Good evening. It's Thursday, 6 p.m., so you know what time it is. It's time for TDOC Talks. Thank you for joining us. I'm Neysa Taylor, Director of Communications for the Tennessee Department of Correction, and I have a very special guest, one of our ambassadors, Mr. Marcus Dodson. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Neysa. It's a pleasure.
Well, I know you've seen these on YouTube, and this is your first time though being part of it. Take a deep breath. Yes. We're just going to have a conversation about your experience at Citizens Academy.
Great.
Okay? But before we kick that off, let's talk a little bit about what Citizens Academy is. So make sure people understand kind of what this program is. This program started as a baby of Miss Tashonda Burton, who works in the Communications Department. This is a 4-week, 5-session program designed to give people a really in-depth look at the department, a really transparent look at the department. Would you say that's an accurate description?
Very accurate.
Okay. So during the course of the Citizens Academy, we take people from around the state who come in and actually spend time at Riverbend, at Tennessee Prison for Women, with our Office of Investigations and Compliance, and then of course in community supervision. You get truly see the whole gamut of what we do, with the exception of course Central Office.
Yes.
Okay. So you have been in the class, you have been through the whole gamut of what Citizens Academy is. Tell me a little bit about your experience and how you even came to join the Citizens Academy.
So thank you, Neysa. I consider myself a lifelong learner, and when I saw the opportunity to participate in the Citizens Academy, I jumped on it. 1, because I'm a lifelong learner, and 2, I wanted to know what we see on TV, is that reality? And also, I've had several classes, and having colleagues that work with TDOC, I wanted to find out what was the passion and why are these people so hyped up with working in a corrections department that I see on TV as being something totally different. So when the applications came out, I jumped on the opportunity, and it was truly eye-opening to be able to participate in the program.
What would you say was the most eye-opening aspect of it?
For me, I think there's 2. 1, it's the camaraderie and the passion the TDOC employees have for the offenders. It's not just a job, it is a passion to see those offenders improve and go back into society as someone who is productive. We're human, we all make mistakes, and the TDOC employees have that drive to get those folks back on the right path. The second most impressive part of the program was what we see on TV is totally different than what is in reality for TDOC. The facilities were immaculate, the people were very well behaved, and while I'm certain that there are instances, we know in every division, every profession, there are those bad characters. I'm certain within TDOC and the offenders, but for what we got to see, for every one bad thing that is published, there are thousands of good things that normally the constituents and the citizens do not get to see.
That's a key part of why Citizens Academy was created, is to give you a really transparent look at what we do every day. So many people think they see Lock Up on MSNBC, or they see Oz, or Shawshank Redemption, or one of those 50 million other reality TV shows, and think they know actually what we do. So this is a great chance for people to actually come in and embed themselves and really learn who we are directly from us. And it's a huge investment. As you saw, Commissioner Parker's there, executive leadership staff is all there, in addition to frontline staff. Has that been the same at other learning opportunities you've had?
That, for me, that is also an identifier that I would go back through the program again, because every session, the executive team, Commissioner Parker, the frontline staff was representative at every session, and that to me was truly amazing, because not only for the participants in the academy, that's a statement that the employees believe in what they're doing. It's also a statement for the participants and actually the offenders themselves, because they see the representation that these folks really do care about us.
Yeah. So now I know that you've gone through the class, you're a graduate of the class, but we haven't let you go yet, right? We have you in the Alumni, the Ambassadors Program. So that's actually our alumni program that meets quarterly. And so we have some events coming up next week with the DRC, right?
Yes,
so,
yes.
How do you think the Ambassadors Program keeping you engaged with the department even beyond Citizens Academy? How's that going?
So next week we have the visit to the community center, and I'm very excited to be able to see that program. For me, what that allows me to do is also be an extension of TDOC, to be able to take that information back to the folks that I'm affiliated with in the associations, such as the clothing closet, to be able to be an arm, if you will, of TDOC to help get the positive activities that TDOC is doing out into the community, and then also to bring the community into TDOC to say, here's how you can help. Because again, we see all of the negatives, we very seldom get to see the positives, and I feel as an ambassador, it's one of my duties to share the positives to offset the negatives that we're going to naturally learn and see about.
I love it. I love that your take on it. And as communications director, I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, obviously, I would love all the good stories to come out about TDOC, but for us, it even goes beyond that. For every citizen that we change into an ambassador, that's one more person that's going to give a returning citizen a job chance. It's going to give them a second chance. It's going to help change the trajectory of their lives, possibly becoming volunteers in our Take One program. So there's so many opportunities here that beyond just TDOC's reputation, it actually truly does enhance public safety.
Certainly. And one of the things in my position as a state employee, I train folks in technical skills and to get to a different level. And I see that as comparative as the TDOC staff training the offenders to get to the next level in life. And what better way to get satisfaction out of life as to helping another human being get to the next level and not only be productive for themselves, but to be productive for society.
Great. So would you recommend it to a friend?
Definitely.
Okay, so you've heard it directly from Mr. Dodson, and you've heard it from us. Make sure you check out our website, tn.gov/correction, or visit our site on YouTube so you can learn more about the Citizens Academy. If you are interested in joining the next class for Citizens Academy, please email us at tdoc.communications@tn.gov. Again, thank you for joining us. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, Neysa.
Thank
it's a
you.
pleasure.
And we'll see you again in 2 weeks on Thursday night at 6 o'clock. Have a good evening.